Всем снова здравствуйте. Продолжаем играть ELEX. Так.
All technology must be consigned to the past. Take it to the pit.
Остановились мы на задании на этом острове. Катый. Она сказал поговорить с Ариком. Давайте поговорим. Так, у нас что там по уровню? Пока ничего не нужно. Заодно посмотрим, откатились ли второй ELEX у Айлерика, чтобы купить его. Давайте сначала посмотрим. Блин, не откатывается. Когда же он у него появляется-то?
Kata needs your help.
Kata? Kata? I don't know a...
She's already told me she knows you.
All right, as it's... A man's gotta be careful. It's dangerous to throw in with the wrong people.
She says she's innocent.
Doesn't everyone say that when they get caught?
Забыли мы амулет.
So you're saying she is guilty of the thefts? That Cormag was right to convict her?
Guilt, innocence, that's all about who's deciding, isn't it?
Are you gonna help her or not?
Will you accept a no?
No.
Is that any way for a friend to act? All right. I will do it. It isn't as if I didn't have a plan.
Так, погодите-ка, давайте-ка.
That technology will get you into trouble here.
What's your plan to save her?
Okay, listen. She's accused of theft, right?
Correct.
So, what happens if those thefts continue now she's in exile?
That would be proof the accusations were false.
See? Always knew you were quick. So, all you need to do is steal the right stuff.
What do I have to do?
You grab the right stuff and leave it in the right place, and she gets right out. Simple.
So, what's the right place to leave the stuff?
Somewhere it incriminates our scapegoat, of course.
Scapegoat?
The guy who snitched on Kata. Drogue. He tried to fit her for the crime. Now we'll do that to him. Come on, you must know him. He guards the main city gate. You like as not saw him on the way in here.
You don't like Drogue.
He's a prime A1 blackmailing asshole who uses his position to rob people and make them feel small. What's not to like? Go to Cinda and Bourne's huts. Everyone knows they've got chests of valuables. So, here's the plan. You find those chests and break into them. You steal the valuables and leave a claw behind in their place. Then, you put those valuables, those stolen valuables, into a chest in Drogue's house together with another claw. That's going to make him look very, very guilty.
Why a claw?
Because it's the sign of... Well, that doesn't matter for now. Let's just say that when people see the claw, they will take it as proof of Drogue's guilt. So, take these claws, one for Cinda's chest, one for Bourne's, and one for Drogue's, and get the job done. Everything clear?
How can I break into Cinda's and Bourne's chests?
Break the lock, pick the lock, stare at it until it drops off.
Isn't there a simpler way?
Well, I suppose you could use the keys. I happen to have picked them up earlier. Here, but don't let those keys get traced back to me. I'd rather not end up at the end of a rope.
How did you get those keys?
If I tell you that, I'll ruin my aura of
Ах ты
mystique.
жука, а?
point is,
Все-то у него
I
есть.
had them, now you've got them, and you can get Kata free. Problems are solved when Ulrich's involved.
Слишком сложный план. Ну давайте нажмем.
Your plan is too complicated.
Complicated? I pulled the same plan off when I was 7 years old. It's child's play. Loot out, claw in, then Dro gets into trouble.
Ну понял. Все, ладно. Так. Ну давайте. Давайте. Не знаю, правда, днем-то у нас получится вскрыть.
I'll see you later.
Блин, походу нет, да? Или получится?
You'd better not try anything. Can I do something for you?
Так, ну и где у нас коготь?
You can quit sneaking around. I saw you.
Коготь, блин. Как они хоть выглядят? У нас так дохера как когтей.
You can quit sneaking around. I saw you.
Или их и надо?
You can quit
Походу,
sneaking
да.
around. I saw you.
Да чё ты пристал, а, ко мне? Сою, блин. Так, коготь. Это у нас, конечно, вещей. Так. Теперь к Борну. Кстати, у Борна мы не взяли квест, по-моему, на травы лечебные. Элексово питье, это мы тоже возьмем. Коготь. Так. Давайте. Так. Я не помню, дорогу тоже надо коготь, да? Положить. Видимо, да. Да ты
Leave your hands
прикалываешься.
where I can see them.
Ладно, ладно, ладно.
Quit sneaking
ты-
around.
Блин. Походу всю ночью надо делать, да?
Be on your best behavior, all right?
Да отстань от меня.
Leave your hands where I can see them.
А, господи, еще вторая идет. Да ты прикалываешься.
And what are you doing?
Да ничего я не делаю. Так, ладно. Мне закончилось топливо. Отлично.
You know technology is forbidden by law here.
А вот сейчас вроде здесь нет никого.
What are you doing here?
Блин.
Can I help you?
Давайте до полуночи поспим. Нафиг. Это просто жесть какая-то. Нереально. Тут постоянно кто-то шныряет.
What are you doing here?
Да ты чё сел-то вообще? Иди отсюда. Ты запарил.
Can I help you?
Это жесть. Да, ты можешь мне помочь? Свали, пожалуйста. Спасибо.
Will you stop sneaking?
Все, наконец-то свалил. Так, где у нас тут все? Жесть. Один коготь, да, надо? Коготь. Ну все, да. Так, ну что, пойдем к Алерику.
Hey,
Спайся.
what? What do you
I
want?
stored the goods and the claw in Droge's chest.
Did you put the claws in the other chest?
Yes.
Good.
So what's next?
First things first. You can get
Here are the keys.
right you are. Best for you not to be carrying evidence. Next, I do the dangerous part and tell Cormag that Drogue has been... But it's best if I speak with Cormag alone. Wait here. I will be...
Мгм.
Good news.
Did it work?
Yes. You should have seen Cormac's face when everything was there in Drogue's chest. He hates being wrong. Cormac has sent a messenger. Kata will be released.
What about Droge?
Cormac, let's let sleeping Drogues lie, huh?
So, who will take Droge's post at the gate?
Guess. I mean, do you know someone who just returned to Goliath and is looking for a job? Kata is as free as a bird. Well, if
Отлично.
imagine that. Someone in charge of what comes in, speak to her when you have time. I'm sure.
I want
Так, у тебя... Блин, до сих пор нет. Когда? Чувак. Так, у нас было эликсовое питье, да? Давайте пойдем поговорим с Кэт. Она же уже здесь должна быть. По-моему, да. Угу. Сморкается.
I don't know what to say. I never thought I would see Goliath again.
It was Alric's plan.
But he couldn't. Wouldn't have done it without you.
Ну,
So
само
it's you I
собой.
have to thank for getting me home. And Drog has gone too. If ever there was a berserker who needed to be sent away to see some of the world, it was Drog. Here, I don't have much, unfortunately. It's hard to make a living in exile. And here, take this claw. It's important. Keep it. Don't sell it. Don't throw it away. Don't talk about it. That claw will help you when the time is right.
Thanks for the mystery. What will you do now?
I will do my guard duty at the gate. They'll be watching me to make sure they made the right decision in letting me back. So I have to avoid giving them anything to worry about. That said, I do.
Блин.
Okay, good luck with that.
I will.
Жаль, что у нас нет боя 3. Так, ну что ж. Выполнили мы это. Дали много опыта, кстати. Но уровень мы так еще и не получили. Давайте интеллект. Так, что же нам делать? Может быть, в купольный город отправиться? Да давайте попробуем отправиться. Так, здесь у нас чувачки. Изгои.
Initiating.
Welcome to the camp of the impure, where the poor souls barred from the city stand and wait for the Alps to kill them.
I want to get into the city. Can you get me in?
Have you tried to get in yet?
No, not yet.
Well, seeing as you're not an outlaw, it's worth you giving it a try. If he refuses to let you in, then come back and speak to me.
What do you want here?
We don't want anything here. We want to be in there, in the city, as the law says we can, as the law says we should be. Those clerics are supposed to uphold the law, yet here we are. The gate's closed to us. Sounds like your drone has a few short circuits. I'll give you half price for it.
It's not for sale.
That's a shame. I can think of a few surprises that thing could give our cleric friends.
Так, да, ну давайте поговорим сначала. С охраной. Кувшинка.
Hey, you've been out in the wilderness, right?
Yes.
Well, I'm looking for a guy, and I wonder if you've seen him. He's called Ray. He's an outlaw. You haven't met him anywhere?
I've met a lot of people. Maybe I've met him, maybe I haven't.
Yeah? Well,
What's it worth?
if it's a real lead, but don't think you can go lying to me and making up where he is. I'll know a lie if I hear it.
Щитон. Вот того чувака, который обокрал нас в начале игры. Так это чё? Блин, энергоячейки.
Halt! Not a step further. No one is allowed into the city without an entry permit.
Requesting access.
Hey, is that a U-4? Nice drone. Sorry, little drone, I'd let you in, but I presume you want to stick with this guy. Without a permit, he's gonna stay out here.
Where can I get an entry ID?
You can't. We're full. We're short of supplies. So the decision has come down to close the gates. The full allocation of entry IDs has been given out. Those outlaws have us stretched enough as it is. I'm not saying you're working with them, but until law and order is reestablished, you'll have to wait till all this is over and done with. Say, there's a bunch of others who can't get in who've taken up residence in some houses near here. Why don't you join up with them?
Have there been any Alb attacks here recently?
With Zakor on our northern border, there are always Alb troops coming through on their way somewhere, but they don't seem to be attacking us here for the moment.
But have you heard anything about Alexiters traveling through Abessa?
Yeah, I have now that you mention it. Alexiter Calyx was reported to have headed north with a few combat units and a troop of mechs.
Alexiter Calyx. So he's been promoted. Tell me, how long ago did Alexiter Calyx head north?
A few days ago. They must be back at the Ice Palace in Zakor by now. What's with the interest in Alexiters? You go chasing them, you'll just find trouble. And I don't want them tracing that trouble back here.
I'm asking so I can avoid them.
Don't treat me like a rookie. You sound like someone who wants a showdown. So let me give you a warning. That approach is gonna get you and anyone close to you killed.
Блин, почему нельзя-то?
Halt! No.
Ладно, давайте спросим. Даже не помню, если честно, как что нужно, чтобы пройти.
You feel the same
Вообще
way?
что-то. Так.
I want to get into...
Have you tried to get in yet?
Yes,
And
Yeah.
you got turned away, right?
I wouldn't be here.
Okay. I can offer you a way to get into the city, but it's risky because you might not get out again. At least not if they...
Why won't I be able to get out?
All right. I just hope things don't go the same way they did with Cooper. The clerics have shut the city up tight. They won't let anyone who doesn't have a valid ID through the gate. Not in, not out.
Why would the clerics stop people leaving the city?
They're stopping them meeting up with us. That's what I heard. Paranoid assholes. Anyway, we're off the point. You want in, right? And I can give you a counterfeit ID that will get you in. But once you're inside there, I need you to go and take an ID card to Cooper. That way he can come back out again. Like I say, I can get you in, but I also need you to help me out. You good with that? Does that sound like a deal?
Deal.
Рука.
Give me the ID, and I'll meet Cooper.
Good. Right. That's the plan. Long term. You see, Wick has all the blank IDs. So before I can get you an ID, I need you to get me Wick.
Where is Wick?
Well, that there is a good question. You see, he's been gone for a while. He'd gone over to the ruins to see if there was anything worth scavenging there, and hasn't come back. You should look for him over to the northwest if you're in a hurry to get into the city. Just look through all the houses. He should still be there, scavenging.
I've heard a lot about that. I'm not sure I believe it.
This world has so much to give. I know you can say that.
Так, давайте сначала немножко пошаримся здесь. Кстати, что дает кольцо твердости? Здоровье. Это даже лучше. Отлично.
What are you sneaking around for?
No. No.
Ё-моё. Так, нет. Так, так. 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 Понял.
Too easy. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it.
Какое-то задание выполнил, интересно. Рецепт. Так, но здесь у нас не получится, да? Так, ладно, давайте.
Are you here to pay me those shards you owe me? Because I'm pissed at how long you're taking to pay.
Something like that.
У Вика, да? Недалеко.
Да.
Пойдемте сходим. Давай, Кроня. Так, отлично. О, нифига себе, сколько мы сразу получаем. А я же вроде больше покупал, или мне кажется? Неужели я все потратил? Так, ну это ладно, не страшно, в принципе. Что, друг? Крони, как всегда. Да что ты промахиваешься? Зачем? Ну, гнильцов мы вообще легко разносим. Вместе с Крони. Так, куда нам? Еще туда дальше. Давай Крони. Нифига их тут. Крони. Чё не умирает-то? Зашибись. Так, не должны же умереть, нет? Отлично. Ух ты, ёшка. Хорошо. Хорошо. Да блин. Не хватает нам стамины. Походу придется прокачать. Что-то как-то некомфортно, когда заканчивается. Вообще сложность ультра стоит. Там, по-моему, стамина регенится медленнее, чем на обычных сложностях. Так, что здесь никого нет?
No.
Понял.
No.
Угу.
Too easy.
Так, давайте наденем на всякий случай. Смотрю, ребята, вы все тут прилегли. И кто же у вас так интересно? Крысы? Да куда, ну? Покойся, Гамузон. Давайте включим. Так, тут что-то валяется.
Bad idea. There's nothing. I won't get in now.
Замок.
I won't.
Непонятно с этими, с этими могилами надо делать пока что. Да ладно. Ух. Там, видимо, Альба обитает. Да, стамин бы не помешало. Так, что здесь есть? Так. Это мелкая нычка.
Initiating area scan. Detecting high levels of obsolence.
Так, ну что, охотник, я
Wick
нашел.
is dead.
Dead? Shit. But Wick would do anything if it would mean him getting 2 shards he could tap together. Ah, well, give me the blank ID card. I'll work it up. So, done. 1 fake ID ready to go.
Давай мне.
Give me the counterfeit ID.
Okay, wait a second. Your image has to be added there first. So, done. And this is the ID for Cooper. Take it to him. But make sure the clerics don't see it. And do it as soon as you get in there. He's been at risk too long as it is. We don't need him being held, or worse, turned into a vegetable by the suggesters.
Так, ну что, пойдемте. По-моему, можно их сдать вообще. Так, сейчас посмотрим на опции.
Halt. No one is allowed in.
Так,
You know counterfeit IDs are being sold right in front of your gate.
What? Have you got one? Show me. Well, that's good quality work, too. I'm not sure I would have spotted that as a fake. Thank you. We need citizens like you around here. You've done me a service, so I'll give you a valid ID. Just make sure you take this fake straight to Eric when you get inside, right? Oh, and there are some rules I need to tell you before you enter. First, stay away from the generators. Nobody but the technicians is allowed. That sort of security is why we need to keep a rein on fake IDs. So take that fake straight to Eric, okay? Anyone you meet in the city who hasn't got proper documents, report them to him. We can only keep peace in the city if we all work. That's what was laid down by the Great Council of Magalan. And the Great Council gave the clerics the responsibility for guaranteeing the city's independence. That means everyone is welcome here. So keep the peace while you're in there. Our suggesters are busy enough without you adding to their workload. And that's it. You may pass.
Спасибо.
What's happening in the city?
Nothing right now, but it's simmering. You can feel it. There was something building even before we let those Alp separatists in here. They just lit the touch paper. But hey, we're supposed to be a sanctuary, so someone decided to open the gates and let the separatists in.
How many separatists are there in the city?
Too many. Once an alb, always an alb. They still hit ELEX. It's just a matter of time before they turn back. I don't know what they want in the city. I'd heard a bunch of them had set up a base in the west of Abessa, so they could have gone there. If we weren't so busy here, we'd have tracked them down and cleared them out of Abessa. Last thing we need is Zakor thinking we're harboring rebels.
I heard you hold people prisoner if they can't prove their identities.
Of course. Need a valid ID to enter or to leave. It's important we keep the right balance here, and that we can hold people accountable. We've worked hard to keep things running here. We can't start letting people flood in, or the troublemakers will take over. Anyone who tries to get around with ID is given straight to the suggesters to be taken care of.
What's a suggester?
Our suggesters are the reason things remain peaceful in the city. If someone causes trouble, then they're either thrown out, see a suggester for reorientation, or both. But don't worry, it's a positive experience that will leave you happy about life. Even so, I recommend avoiding it.
Where can I find Eric?
Just go straight down the path into the inner city. You should find him there.
You mentioned the Council of Magalan.
The Great Council, yes. You'll have to speak to Judicator Alois if you want to know more about that. I'm not that well informed on my history.
Who's Alois?
Alois is the Judicator in charge of the city. You'll find him in the castle. He likes to stay close to the generators.
Так, ну вот мы и зашли в город. Так, давайте сразу. Я думаю, блин, хочется мне нового спутника себе. Так, попозже мы со всеми здесь поболтаем. Крадемся. Сначала. О, Крони, похожий на тебя, парень. Так, где же она?
Are you here to pay me those shares again? Because I'm pissed at how long you're taking to pay.
Well, well.
Are you here to
Oh.
seek shelter or to cause problems? This area is a sanctuary for refugees. There's nothing here for reavers, recruiters, or troublemakers.
I'm not a reaver.
Then I hope that means you're here to help.
Are you always so edgy?
You know you wouldn't need to defuse things if you didn't get people wound up in the first place. Damn, this is like being back in Goliad all over again.
What brought you out here?
This is a place away from the war. A place people can make up their minds without being pressured to join one of the factions. If the people here wanted to join a faction, they would have. But some people aren't ready for that. Or they've been cast out. They have to go somewhere.
So there's no faction in charge here?
Well, the clerics keep order, but it's not like the Hort where entry means you have to join them. Here you can forget about factions.
You're a berserker. Is Adan trying to conquer Abessa?
I don't answer to Adan. And these people belong to no faction. They belong only to themselves. I stand as their protector against anyone who would force them to do otherwise. My only connection to Adan is my magic. I wish it was more, but wishes don't make things so.
Have you been exiled from Goliad?
Exiled? No. There are those in Adan who want to use my magic for their own purposes. Ever since my power started to grow, they changed me. Their mana changed me, and that change just won't stop. I'm becoming stronger and stronger. It is terrifying.
If that's true, why don't you use your power?
I do, I have. But sometimes it overwhelms me. That's why I fight alone. If I lose control of a spell, there's a chance I could kill anyone and everyone around me. The warlords wanted to test me. Try my powers, to harness them. Now I need to find a solution myself. But to do that, I need to study the properties of ELEX, to learn more about it.
I could use someone like you.
Use? There's a word I've heard too much. Well, count me out. I'm not interested in being used.
I could help you.
What do you know of what I need? What do you know of how to help me? ELEX marks people. Mana, chems, exposure from food tainted by it. It stays with people. You have its mark on you. You're different somehow. What is it about you?
I took ELEX in the past. Is that what you're seeing? Or is there something else?
Took it? You were fed it. You were an Alb soldier. Well, it seems we have something in common. We've both been fed ELEX in one form or another. It's changed us. And neither of us know what that means we are now.
What do you think? My offer still stands.
And what exactly is it that you're planning?
I am going to end this war by taking the fight to the Elexitors. And I'm trying to put together a group skilled enough to win that fight.
And you think I'll take part in this?
In return, I will help your quest to find the ELEX you're searching for. Then you can improve your magical abilities. You said yourself, the longer you are here, the more you fear your powers will overwhelm you. The longer you stay here, the more danger you put these people in. If you really want to protect them, you need to leave.
Even if that's true, why should I leave with you?
I was an Alb. I know ELEX and I know magic. I know the impulses that follow you even during sleep. I know the nightmares and the problems of trying to control power that really wants to control you. And I know what it's like when all that is taken from you. We can help each other.
And it's not like I have other options. Not in the long term. You're right. I'm hiding from it here. I need to get out there and find a real solution. I'll wait by the main gate, and we'll see if your actions can match your words. You should stock up here before we go.
I will meet you by the gate.
Just don't keep me waiting, or you might...
Лады. Давайте
The fight
сразу
is the only thing that matters. That makes a real man.
мы
Wow.
сделаем этот квест. Потому что этот спутник очень хороший. Самый сильный в игре. Если быть точным. Хотя Кроне всем нравится. Даже стражнику понравился. Так, какая?
What kept you?
Я не задержался, ты чё,
So
я
you
сразу
are.
же
And are you
пришел.
planning on telling me where you've set up camp or what comes next? Or do I have to wait for that too?
Ты чё, блин?
Okay, I'll tell you what's happened so far.
You've done a lot, but you still have got a lot of work ahead of you. Or we have.
And we're not going to get where we need to without a jetpack.
Don't worry, I know how to use one of those. I'll keep up with you. Now can we talk about my problem?
О, новый уровень.
You said you wanted to study the properties of ELEX. How will you do that?
I can feel the presence of ELEX. Mostly where it's present in great quantities.
Like the converter?
You don't need any special powers to feel the ELEX there. No, I'm talking about unrefined ELEX. When it's raw, latent. I can learn more from it when it hasn't been altered. I want to explore Magalan and look for some large deposits of unrefined ELEX.
Deposits? I thought ELEX arrived with the comet.
You're right. Part of its power is that it isn't from here. I want to discover how it is spread across Magalan. But when it is processed by the Albs, the ELEX changes. It becomes polarized. The transmuted form that the Berserkers get from their mana shrine changes it in similar ways. That keeps some of its power, but it's the ELEX that came with the comet that I want to learn more about. I feel that there are secrets to learn about it. To understand those secrets, I need it untouched, pure ELEX.
How do you want to find these large ELEX deposits?
When the comet impact spread ELEX across Magalan, it found its way everywhere. Into the seas, the rock, the air we breathe. But it is collected and concentrated in some places. I have felt the vibrations, the presence of these deposits. I want to track them down and examine them.
Where can you find this unrefined ELEX?
The first deposit I'd like to investigate is north of the city of Abessa. I can show you.
If it's so close, why hasn't anyone else found it?
I don't know. Maybe because nobody can feel ELEX like I can.
Your senses are better than Alb technology?
Come with me and find out.
All right, show me the way.
It's not far from the city. Follow me.
Что, погнали?
There is a vast amount of ELEX flowing into the sea. It washes out of the cliffs and the ground, and it flows out across the planet. ELEX is everywhere.
But you still think we need to find concentrations of it?
Yes, from the moment the comet struck, ELEX has been seeping into everything on Magalan. That makes the background noise from it hard to read. If I'm to learn more, we must follow those mutants to find where the ELEX is coming from. We know where we have to go. I'll follow you this time. I'm better at sensing ELEX than any person I know, but there are mutants with the same ability. We should be careful in case the ELEX deposit has attracted them.
Ой.
Fight together!
Блин, Кая. Да твою мать. Так, неуклюже вверх.
You won't get away with that.
Ни хрена вас тут. Так, а это супер крутой, да, парень у нас? Блин, жесть, что-то я не подготовился к этой хрени.
I'm better at sensing
Так,
ELEX than
подождите.
any person I know. But
Что-то
there
у нас
are mutants with the same ability. We should be careful in
малое.
case the ELEX deposit has
Хилки.
attracted them.
Крепкое целебное зелье. Целебное зелье. Давайте вместо малого ставим вот эти. Тем более у нас их 32 штуки аж. Мы все пользуемся какой-то мелкой хренью. Так, давай.
Look out!
Так, отлично. Так, блин, Кая. Пожалуйста, очнись. Как? Блин, этот квест очень жесткий.
I'm better at sensing ELEX than any person I know.
Но мы ничего, мы
But
не
there are
сдаемся.
mutants with the same ability. We should be careful in case the ELEX deposit has attracted them.
Да, я очень прямой.
Keep close! Fight together!
Да как? Блин, я же прям в него попал, ну.
I'm better at sensing ELEX than any person I know.
Так,
But there
ладно,
are
еще раз
mutants with the same
пробуем.
ability.
Так,
We should be
забудем мы
careful in case
поставить.
the ELEX deposit has attracted them.
Давайте сохранимся.
Look out! Look out!
Так, давай, Кая. Твою мать. Твою мать. Блин. Ну это жестко, ребята. Это вообще просто жесть.
Look out!
Так, давай, Кай, пожалуйста. Да как? Вот как сквозь тебя-то? Так, отлично, -1. Давай, давай, Кая. Отлично. Так, спокойно, спокойно. Они очень быстрые, это просто жесть. Давай. Отлично. Ох, это было сильно. Так, у нас, кстати, уровень был. А чё, интеллект? Давайте. Ты спишь, что ли? Блин, я думал, он умер. Так, сумели мы забраться. Так, осталась еще одна тварь. Да.
We will fight together.
Давай, Кая. Хорошо. Хорошо. Так, ну вот
The
мы на
deposit
месте.
must be here. I can feel the...
And so what do we do now?
I must meditate.
Я пока пособираю тут. Не против.
Please don't disturb.
Так, ладно, понял.
That was... That was what I was afraid of.
That doesn't sound good.
It's something I've suspected. It's why I came. It's the reason you're going to think I'm I could feel the ELEX was communicating with me. Like it has a purpose. That it wants something from me, from the people on this planet.
ELEX speaks to you?
I know how crazy that sounds, but it's true.
But it's a mineral. How can it want something? How can it speak to you?
That's one of the reasons I had to leave Goliad. It was like the ELEX was screaming to me. I thought it was because of the mana they were giving me, but now I know it's something different.
So, you want to continue?
You said you would help me. That was our deal. Are you still up for this? Now you know how crazy my idea is?
Let's assume I believe you. What exactly do you think you heard?
I'm not sure. It wasn't words. More a sense of desire, of purpose. But it was fleeting, hard to catch. I think I need to find a bigger deposit of ELEX. That might help me hear it more clearly.
Okay. What happens now?
We go ELEX hunting. But first I need to return... home. I have to go to Edan, to one of our world hearts. The one south of the observatory, in the middle of Edan. Now I've heard it, sensed it here, I want to know if this is what I heard when I was close to large amounts of mana in Edan.
You said you felt something back then.
Because I need to be sure. I need to know I wasn't going crazy. Can't you see how important this could be? What this would mean for everyone?
You go. I'll meet you there when I can.
Right. See you in Edan.
Так, ну продолжим мы этот квест в следующей серии. Всем спасибо за просмотр. Всем пока.